fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bush? Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip.
Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. You know what it is, man. It's Big Maul here, back with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul. Man, oh man, listen, how was y'all's week? Especially to my people in the South. How was y'all's week, man? How was y'all's week last week? Did y'all get snow for the first time or maybe the second or third time ever? You know, did y'all get snow? Did y'all go play in the snow? Let me tell you, man. We got snow for the first time since 1989. In 1989, I was not here. I wasn't even a thought. You know what I'm saying? So my mother and my other relatives, my older relatives, they enjoyed the benefits of the snow in 1989. And me wanting to experience snow for once. I kept my eyes on the radar, and I was looking at the Weather Channel and stuff, and I was like, I'll believe it when I see it, because weather, just like hurricanes, all these different things, they always, they predict the track that it's going to take, and sometimes it pivots, it turns, it slows down, it does what it does, and it doesn't always happen the way that the meteorologists say that it's going to happen. So I'm just thinking, like, it's going to happen. If it happens, it happens. I really don't believe it's going to happen. So I'm going to chill. Man, so work got canceled and, schools got canceled. I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Is it getting real right now? I don't know. And then lo and behold, it was maybe like 10 o'clock at night or so, and it was snow outside. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was some snow outside, and I was like, this is crazy. But it was so cold, it was frozen. So I'm like, we didn't really get to, well, at that time, we didn't really get to kind of like enjoy it. So, played around in it and then went inside. The next morning, we woke up and it looked like a Christmas wonderland outside. Man, me and my daughter and my wife and her brother, yeah, we was out there having a ball. And then I'm on Facebook and just all on social media, I'm seeing everybody having fun and just doing TikTok videos and making snowmen and snow angels, all that stuff. Man, it was so dope. It was so cool. And it was our first time being able to have fun in snow and see snow. You know what I'm saying? I saw fake snow when I was 15 at a party that I got invited to, but it was like a snow machine and it was dope. It was cool, but it wasn't real. This right here was real, and I felt like a kid again. There's been moments in my life where I've done something and experienced something, and I'm like, oh man, I feel like a kid. I feel like a big kid. I didn't feel like a big kid. I felt like I was 5 or 6 years old again. I felt it was the most joy, the most innocence I've felt since I became an adult and started, like being introduced to the world and everything that goes on in the world, bills and all of those different things, man, and having adult experiences. So like, I felt joy, I felt pure innocence, and it was so amazing. It was so incredible. Took plenty of pictures, plenty of videos, did a TikTok video, and man, it was just dope. It was just so dope. It was just so fun. And just thinking about it now, it's like, man, I can't believe we experienced that. Like, I went outside by myself at one point, and I just stood there like, I cannot believe we are experiencing snow in an area that doesn't even get that cold. We may get into the, high 20s maybe. You know what I'm saying? But we never get below anything, and we definitely never get snow. Like I said, since 1989, it's 2025. That's a long time. So, and like I said, it was just nice to experience it, and then nice seeing other people experience it, man, and enjoying it with them, with their families. And it's crazy. The feeling that even the feeling in the air it just felt free. It felt like there was nothing in the world that was going on negatively. Like, I feel like no one was thinking about having to make a bill, getting a bill paid, or just doing different things. I feel like people weren't even worried about that. That wasn't even on their mind. That wasn't a thought. Like, they were just enjoying it. Like, in the air, it felt like how it used to feel on the day of a field trip as a kid. When you wake up that morning and you got a field trip and you getting your best outfit on, you already thinking about who you gonna sit next to on the bus, the conversations y'all gonna have, and the things that you're gonna see on the field trip. That's all you think about. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up that morning and the air, you walk outside and get ready for that bus, and there's excitement in the air, and that's what I felt. And I'm so happy I felt that again, man, because it's been a long time since I felt that in the air. You know what I'm saying? I haven't felt that in the air since probably waking up that morning to get ready to go to Grad Bash, to go to the school and meet up to get on the bus to go to Grad Bash my senior year in high school. Like that, I feel like that's the last time I felt that type of energy in the air. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy. And I just remember, I remember saying in the episode, a recent episode, I remember saying about we need to practice being more present. We need to step outside and stop being so caved in, allowing our houses, our workplaces to just close us in and feeling like we're in a box. We need to step outside and get fresh air. Everybody was outside. Everybody. If you were able to be mobile, if you had your legs amputated and you had peg legs, or if you were in a wheelchair, I don't care. If you were able to move and get outside, you were outside. You were outside. Everybody was outside, man. And I was just happy to see that also, because people were enjoying the present moment with their people and definitely made memories. And I just remember talking about how we need to do those things a lot more often. I feel like God knew that, and God did something that we probably didn't think that we would experience in our lifetimes, for the first time, or again for the people that did experience it. Like, I feel like, and I'm just talking about like here in my city, like I feel like, and then all around the world, for the people in the South that we never see snow, and it's like on the East Coast. And yeah, I just feel like God did that for that reason. And I could be wrong, obviously, but I feel that like God did that because He wanted us to connect. He wanted us to get outside. He wanted us to be present. He wanted us to just enjoy this experience with the people that we care about, and create memories that will last a lifetime. And of course, you want to be on your phone to take pictures and videos, but it's like you did those things. We did those things, but we, at certain times and moments, we forgot. We weren't even thinking about our phone, because you making a snowman for the first time. You making snowballs and throwing them, and you making snow angels for the first time, and you're busy just doing all these things for the first time. So you're not even checking your phone. Definitely not as often as you would as if it was just a normal day. And it was cool. And I remember looking at my daughter and just seeing the sparkle in her eyes, And with her being 8 years old, still a young child, and I just think that in a way I was living vicariously through her, even though I was experiencing it for the first time as well. But as a child, I feel like I was, that was my inner child, living vicariously through her, because I would have been reacting the same way as an 8-year-old as she was, and wanting to be out in it. And then I'm looking around, and it's like days later, it's still some snow on the ground. It's frozen or whatever, but there's still some snow on the ground in various places. And but I will say this. Um, driving in the snow, even though I didn't have an issue. I didn't spin out. I didn't get in a wreck or anything like that. Thank God. But some people did. There were some people going through some things, trying to navigate themselves on that road. And I will say, for one, you definitely got to be careful. But two, I don't have to experience snow regularly. Like, it does not have to be like how it is, in other places. I don't have to. One is good. One is good for me. I can say maybe one time during the winter, and that's it. Not just, a snowstorm where it's just a whole full week of just nothing but just snow falling over and over. Nah. No. At that point, it's like, no. Because I did slip a couple of times walking outside, like just to take the trash out. And with it being so cold, I hate being cold, especially for long periods of time. So I was like, I don't see how these people do it. Well, they're used to it up north. So, but yeah, man, as a down south kid, born and raised, I'm cool with like this one-time experience for sure. But it's all good though, man. Like I said, man, I feel like, yeah, that was a sign, man. We gotta pay attention to the signs that God puts out in front of us. We gotta pay attention, man. We gotta always keep our eyes open, always. And when we speak from a place of love, when we speak from a place of intent and genuine energy, I know that God hears us. And eventually he answers that prayer and what we say. Eventually. It may not be immediately, kind of like my case was about being present and stuff like that. But eventually it happens. Eventually he opens up that door of experience that you were talking about or longing for. And we gotta, like I said, we gotta keep our eyes open and our minds open to the possibility of God doing just that, answering our prayers and hearing our prayers and answering them. And when we realize our prayers are answered in that moment, we have to say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. You answered my prayer. And it may not be in the way that you certainly may have desired. Because when I made that episode and I talked about people wanting people to be more present and this and that, I didn't think that it was gonna snow. I didn't think that it was gonna snow, and that was gonna be the way that people came together, and the way that people were positive and just had fun and stepped outside. I didn't think it was gonna be in that way. I didn't think about any type of way that God would possibly do it. Excuse me. I made that statement and left it at that. Just wishing people would just do that. Just be more present and would just do different things in nature and be one with nature. I just made that statement, but it came from a place of true love, and it came from a place of desire. It was raw emotion. I wasn't on here crying. I wasn't on here screaming, but I was definitely like, man, I just want people to be more present with each other again, without the phones, without the distractions. I just want people to just enjoy life and enjoy their company and be outside, like we were when we were kids, and like how our parents did, and our families had get-togethers, and they were always outside playing music. Like, I think you think about that, and you remember observing that as a child, but you don't think about you're not going to think about when you get older, if that's not going to be a thing, if there's going to be other distractions to the point where society as a whole doesn't do that stuff anymore. We don't think that, but we get older, technology evolves, and it's just not a necessity for people anymore. And I feel like back then there was a necessity to have family cookouts and family reunions, and just having company over and just sitting on the porch talking, and maybe having a couple of drinks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandma used to get a watermelon around summertime. She would get watermelon and cut it up, and my aunties and my mom would be on the porch eating watermelon, just sitting down chilling, eating watermelon, watching the sunset. You know what I'm saying? I would be outside in the yard playing, or I would be in my room, playing video games or watching TV, but I could hear their laughter, hear their conversations, and looking back on it in hindsight, I remember them just enjoying that moment. But as a kid, you don't think that one day it's not going to be like that for you, and things change. But last week was a reminder. Okay, last week was a reminder that those moments can still exist. It took some snow for it to happen for some people, but it's proof that those moments can exist. So I just hope you guys continue to be more present, continue to step outside more, continue to call up your friends and have get-togethers for no reason. It doesn't have to be a birthday. It doesn't have to be a holiday. It can be just a random Saturday. You're all off of work. Everybody pitch in, buy some food, grill out, get some drinks, play some music, just be outside. It's just something about being outside, man. I just love it. I love being outside, and we need more of that. So I hope more people continue to just do that, and you feel better. It's healing. It's healing. Mentally, emotionally, it's healing. And yeah, man, I'm smiling just thinking about everything that transpired last week. But and there's supposedly we may have another one. And the only thing that I'm like, I can do without the snow is because I didn't need it to be able to enjoy what's outside. But some people do. Some people needed that wake up call. Some people needed that reminder. So if it happens again, it happens. I don't want it to happen again, because kind of being stuck in the house and not being able to go, like, to do different things. Like, you can't go to the stores are closed, and you want to go out and maybe visit a friend, you can't do that. Roads are closed, bridges are closed, or it's just too dangerous, too much of a risk to even try to get in your car and drive. So but if it happens, it happens. My daughter would definitely be super happy for that again. All of the kids, so they won't have to go to school. So, and a lot of adults won't have to go to work. But other than that, man, I just want to talk about the snow. If I bored you with this episode, sorry, not sorry. Because, hey, man, a down south Georgia boy like myself, who's never seen snow in person and didn't think it was going to happen here, in his lifetime, that was an amazing surprise, an amazing gift from God. So thank you, God. And thank y'all for listening, man. If you made it all the way through this episode, thanks for listening, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, all my social media pages at Jamal Butler. Share the podcast, share the content. I love you guys. And enjoy your week. Have an awesome week. Don't let it be mundane. See you again. Peace.